Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. On this episode, the BBC has chosen a new doctor, a final voyage for a convention, and Dave Chappelle attacked on stage. All this and more. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja. And right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
Don't mind me. I'm retweeting the tweet that says we're live, so people know that we're here, ready to go.
Doing the thing.
Gotta make sure that people can see us and listen to us and join us live. It's cool. I love it. I love how automated everything is.
It's great. It's great. The only thing that's not automated is the fade out of the song that I have to do ever so slightly with my thumb over here off to the side.
Yeah, but you have the slider, though.
Yeah.
You have the slider for that, which I don't have that. So because of the way my setup is, I have to do it on my computer. So I have to use my mouse to click this little volume bar and then lower that. It's annoying. But anyway, hi man, how's it going?
It is going, my friend. Hey Ginger. It is a still.
Hey, listeners mate. Wow.
Look at that. Hey, listeners mate's here too. It's still nice outside. I was out for a walk earlier, enjoying some of the sunshine on my face, and it's just nice to get out of the house and smell the flowers or something. I don't know. They're doing construction at the end of my street, so all I can smell is asphalt when I go outside.
The delicious smell of asphalt.
Yes. You breathe deeply and it gets deep into your lungs, and it smells so healthy.
Yeah, it just coats the lining of your lungs, and
yes,
nothing better.
Nothing better. Well, there is a few things better, my friend. I can think of a few.
All right, what is it?
The Mexican pizza.
The Mexican pizza, sure.
The Mexican pizza, I can definitely say would smell and taste better than asphalt. But, my friend, what I don't think I need is Dolly Parton helping turn your mic up, Francis, he says. Hang on, I can do that.
Oh.
Keep talking, Francis, while I'm turning your mic up.
Okay. Yeah, he has that power. I don't. I have very little power over how loud this mic is, I think.
Well, I've got you boosted, so.
Yay. Well, hopefully you can hear me now, listeners mate. Yeah. So Dolly Parton and Doja Cat are doing a TikTok musical about the Mexican pizza.
What is a Doja Cat?
Doja Cat is a musician who did a song called Moo, which is the only song I know her from. I know she does a bunch of stuff. I know she's popular. I know she's big. But she did a song called Moo where she says, "Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. I'm not a cat. I don't say meow."
Okay.
Which is why I like that song so much, because it's so dumb.
Sure.
But that's because it's Doja Cat. But Doja Cat is a hip hop artist who has a bunch of songs out. But yeah, I guess they're just celebrating the return of the Mexican pizza, which was when was that removed?
A few years ago, I think, right at the pandemic.
Yeah, 2020. Really? Oh my goodness.
There was no explanation as to why they removed it. I think that was removed at the same time they got rid of all the potato products, which they were like, we're getting rid of all our potato products. Oh yeah. And we're getting rid of the double decker and the Mexican pizza as well. Sorry if you like those things.
Well, the double decker is amazing. Mexican pizza is like a staple. I don't know how you get rid of that stuff, but I'm glad it's coming back.
Well, it is Taco Bell's 60th anniversary this year. Mm-hmm. And there was talk of bringing back the original Taco Bell menu, which I don't remember all the things that were on it. The one thing I do remember was a chili burger.
Are you thinking of Del Taco? Because Del Taco does chili burgers.
No, I'm thinking of Taco Bell.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and multitask at the same time that I'm talking to you. Original.
So
How do you spell original?
original. O-R-I.
I know. I that was rhetorical. Yeah. So bringing back Mexican pizza. They shouldn't have ever taken it away. I don't understand. It's not like it was labor intensive.
Yeah, it looks like they had a bunch of people over the last year kind of doing musical stuff for Taco Bell. You had Doja Cat, you had Lil Nas X, and now you have Dolly Parton. So I guess they're just trying to get the younger people to kind of be into this thing. Like it's really except for Dolly Parton, of course, but like
Dolly
really
Parton's for the old school.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean, come on now, Dolly Parton. Even though I want to, because Dollywood is a thing,
still,
right? It should be, right?
I mean, I'm sure it is.
I'm sure you should Dolly. Yeah, I can get tickets. I can get tickets to Dollywood. Love every moment is the tagline. It's a theme park jointly owned by Dolly Parton, and her. It's in Knoxville, Smoky Mountains, Tennessee. So if you ever want to go to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, to go to Dollywood, which apparently is an amusement park with there's freaking rides, dude.
He's like, I was gonna say something probably inappropriate. Never mind. The Ginger is saying that the chili burger or whatever I was saying was not on the menu. Trust me, she was there. I found the original menu from the 60s. It offered a no frills taco, burritos, frijoles, bean and cheese, and a tostada. That is according to the HuffPost. So take that for whatever you will.
Look, I just want to go to Dollywood. That's all they care about right
now.
Like, I'm looking at this place, and it's insane because the theme park. There's a water park. I mean, there's actual like roller coaster rides. There's shows. There's so many that it's insane how this is like literally. It's almost a Disneyland. Like it's about half the size of Disneyland.
That's kind of crazy because if you think about it, Disneyland's only like a 4-block radius.
That's true.
4 city blocks, and then you're saying it's half of that. So, and then
it's about half that.
Yeah. So what we need to do, Francis?
Don't we have?
What we need to do is find
right?
some. No, we need to find a show down in the South. Whether it's a Comic-Con or damn it, I can't think of a Hoff trading card show or a Hoff non-sports card trading show, or like a wrestling convention or something that's down in what'd you say, Knoxville?
In Tennessee,
yeah, and then we can just one day just go over to Dollywood.
It's $84 for a one-day ticket.
Well, so we're definitely gonna go check out Dollywood. I bet you Dollywood security will let me enter with fucking professional microphone or professional recording equipment.
There's only 2 roller coasters, so I'm pretty sure they'll be like, whatever, it's fine, come on in.
Right.
It's fine. I mean, it's I can't imagine a full day at this place.
I mean, for $84, you're spending more than a fucking hour there, Francis.
Well, yeah, half a day easily, half a day. But like, I can't imagine. Okay, here's the rides and attractions. Okay, there's the Brainstormer, Blazing Fury. Oh, there's more than. Okay, there's actually like 3, 6, 9, 12 rides. Okay, so there's 12 rides. Oh no, there's more. 15, 18, 21.
Okay, that's a full-fledged amusement park.
Oh yeah, it's totally a full-fledged amusement park. A lot of it are kids rides, but I would say half are kids rides, half are like for adult rides. So yeah, I would say this is a full-fledged, full-on, real amusement park that shocks the hell out of me. I thought Dollywood was just like because I've been to Graceland, right? Graceland is just like a house with a backyard, and the backyard has like all of Elvis Presley's old cars, his
Hmm. Hmm.
private jet, like all that stuff. I
I,
didn't
I've
get to see
I've
that stuff. I
I've
just
been
got to see the
there.
house.
The mom and my brother and I, we all went to Graceland,
Hmm.
and I don't really remember a lot of it. To be totally honest with you, I have fuzzy memories of like standing in the foyer and then walking through, standing in rooms that just had tons of shit. Like it was memorabilia, but it was
Yeah.
just
Well,
like
okay. So
just clutter everywhere. And I only have I remember standing in the foyer, and I do have the memory of like whoever this guy was owned a lot of shit.
so yeah. So if you when you enter the house, I remember this visit vividly. They won't let you upstairs because that's where the bedrooms are, and
Mhm.
apparently they're being used still. I guess.
I think
So
either the staff stays there or family stays there still or something, or did.
yeah, somebody lives there because when I went like almost a decade ago, they weren't like you can't go upstairs. The rooms are there's still private rooms upstairs that you can't look at, but you can look at the living room and you look
Mhm.
at like all these other rooms. So yeah, the living room was like very 70s, right, and still intact. But yeah, it did lead to like this back room where it was all his stuff, records, suits, mics,
Mhm.
guitars,
I
like
remember
just
like
a
suits.
ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. His costumes, his, you know, his scarves, his, all this stuff. And uh it was cool. Like, okay, that's cool. And then they had the backyard and it was really
Mhm.
nice and it led to other rooms like the recording studio and things like that. And then there was there's like another section obviously like I said with all the stuff. Like the stuff I didn't see like the cars and the planes and stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I thought, okay, that's Dollywood, right? Like, what could Dolly Parton possibly offer us as guests to
Mhm.
Dollywood?
Mhm.
Now I need to know what Neverland Ranch is like, because
Well,
If Neverland Ranch is anything
I'm
like
pretty sure
Dollywood,
it's I'm pretty sure it's all abandoned now.
mm, let's see.
But
I'm looking up.
before
I'm
we get
looking
too
up.
far from it, though, listener mate did have a message he put up. It said, "I've never been to Dollywood, but I know several people that have had passes to it, and know many people who have worked as janitor or as maintenance at the facility,
Oh, okay, okay.
which is pretty cool." Yeah, that might be something that I think we're gonna have to check out. Maybe we can see. This is what we need to do. We need to do it this year, Francis. So
Hmm.
so we could slip in just to bring it back. How did Taco Bell contact you, and how much money did they offer you to do a musical about an item on
Oh,
their
I'm sure
menu?
she's out there, right? Like, I'm sure she's out there, um, hanging out, talking to the fans.
Oh no, I'm
Not
just
every
saying.
day,
I'm
but
talking about the Taco Bell thing, but yeah, I wonder how often she's at.
well, that's what I mean. You get
Oh,
to
okay,
ask
yeah,
her about the
yeah.
Taco Bell thing, because she's out there saying hi to the fans. Okay, so Neverland Ranch. If you have $31 million, we can buy it because that's why it's not open. It's being sold for $31 million as of this year.
Okay.
So, $31 is 2,700 acres north of Los Olivos in California. So it's in California. So that's the only issue. It's I don't know where this is, but it's probably like in the middle of California somewhere near LA. Has to be near LA. It has three separate guest houses, a movie theater, animal shelter, corrals, and more. So we have to go. We have to buy Neverland Ranch because we can't obviously because it's no tickets.
So information's popping in here, Francis. So listener mate says, I thought Neverland Ranch was abandoned. Thought it was that way after Michael Jackson passed away, and then Swiss and Bullets chimes in with Ron Burkle bought it.
Ron Burkle. I'm gonna be sad because I want it. I don't have $31, but I want it.
31
Oh
million.
yeah,
I'm sure you have $31. $31 million.
Yeah, 31 million. Michael Jackson's sad Neverland Ranch saga finally ends with sale to billionaire Ron Burkle. That's weird
Uh,
because this article is from. Oh, that's weird. because it says here, what is this article from? Oh, it's from Du Jour. So it might not be, that might not be recent.
Hmm. There was a photography team that broke into it a few years ago and took pictures of it at night. Mm-hmm. And it just all came off super creepy.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah. I just because of the lighting and whatnot, the lack of lighting.
Wow.
Listener's mate comes in again. I do know there are many claims that Michael Jackson is still hunting Neverland Ranch.
No,
well,
sure.
it's because he never died. He just went into hiding.
Jimbo.
Fucking, I still need to put points on here. Damn it. That was funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so, people are sad that it's purchased, but oh well.
I mean, what I don't understand.
I would have brought it back.
What is there to be sad about? I mean, it's sitting there abandoned, deteriorating. Wouldn't it be better for somebody to buy it?
Yeah, but I don't think this guy's going to open it up and for the public. I want it open to the public. I want it to be available for people to walk through.
Oh, like a Graceland.
Like a Graceland, yeah. Just go walk through. It's a huge estate. You can spend a day there. Give the man, as if he still isn't making money from royalties and stuff, as if the Jackson family off of him. But it's like, spend $20, take a day, walk around, look at the way this guy lived, right? Check out those bottles of Jesus juice and just take a look. And
yeah.
Thank you, Swiss. I like that. Chilling with Tupac, Aaliyah, and with the real Paul McCartney.
Oh God!
So that's under the impression that the Paul McCartney that we have now is not real.
Yeah, I've
fake Paul McCartney.
I have seen that we'll call it a conspiracy theory of the real Paul McCartney died sometime in the late 60s or something, or mid 60s, and was replaced by some other guy who is now who we call Paul McCartney.
That's the Abbey Road cover. The reason why he has bare feet is because he's actually dead. On the cover of the Abbey Road album, where they're walking across the street, and it's like, oh. Yeah. Hey, look, man, he must be, because this new Paul McCartney is making up songs like "Meat Free Mondays." It's a fun day. I mean, come on now.
The new Paul McCartney is getting discovered on Twitter by millennials 10 years ago.
They're like, man, this guy makes good music.
Yeah, no, seriously, I think it was
he should be in a band.
Wasn't the Olympics in London in the last 10 or 15 years?
Yeah, I think it was 8 years ago, maybe. Yeah.
So I think it was during the opening ceremony. Paul McCartney's out there with fucking P. Diddy or fucking some fucking R&B rapper mogul type of dude, right? And Twitter blew up. Look it up. I ain't bullshitting. People were like, who is this Paul McCartney guy? Oh, the fucking P. Diddy's an amazing producer. He's going to give this guy a whole new career.
So 2012 Olympics, he showed up. He, according to this, let's see, he performs at the 2012 Olympics. He sang "Hey Jude," and people were like, "Hey Jude, that's a good song. There should be more of this." Let's see. So he appeared in. Oh my God, what is with all this crap? Fine, allow all cookies. All right. He Sir Paul treated his fellow Brits to a rendition of Abbey Road's "The End," followed by the Fab Four's classic "Hey Jude." He did Pink Floyd's Eclipse. Oh no! Prior to the performance of Pink Floyd's Eclipse, so he wasn't with anybody who said pop. It looks like it might have been something else. It might have been like the Music Awards or something. But according to the Summer Olympics,
maybe that's what it was. Either way,
yeah.
I remember Twitter blowing up and people being like, "Oh, this guy's an unfound talent." Come on.
He is an unfound talent.
Well, it's because he's not the real Paul McCartney.
Yeah. The real Paul McCartney is too busy chilling with Michael Jackson and the rest.
Ginger says Paul McCartney is my one true love. Fell in love when I was 13 and still in love.
He loves you, yeah.
Points. Hey, well, speaking of British stuff, Paul McCartney is the Eggman. Choo 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 choo.
Cuckoo, cuckoo,
Oh,
yeah.
cuckoo, choo, yeah.
Yes, he's the Walrus.
So, since we are talking about the British, the BBC recently announced a new doctor, Francis.
BBC One, BBC Two. Yeah, well, yeah, I think weirdly enough, people are less excited about the new Doctor and more excited that Russell T Davies is coming back as the showrunner, and he was the guy that started the renewal back in 2005. So he's the writer for. He was the showrunner then, and people are just excited to have good Doctor Who again. Whether this will be good Doctor Who or not is to be seen.
Well, sure.
But what's this guy's name? I'm sorry. What was the new guy's name?
I knew you were going to do that to me. So it's spelled Ncuti, but apparently that is pronounced Ncuti. Ncuti Gatwa. He will be replacing Jodie Whittaker. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Who she did a 6 year run?
Four.
Okay.
4. Yeah. Which is about normal. Yeah. You know, the doctors usually last about 3 to 4 years.
Okay. Francis, you and I were in San Diego Comic-Con the year that they announced Jodie Whittaker as the new Doctor, and we went to the Doctor Who panel where Jodie Whittaker and what's that?
Was it Hall H?
It was the Hall. Yeah, it was Hall H. We were in the photo pit, and it was the first time that the new Doctor and her companions were going to be on stage together, at least in the States. And I don't know if you remember, they put this video together of all the
montage,
a montage of all the reactions, the social media reactions to the new Doctor being revealed, and it's the first female Doctor at the time, and I, who hadn't really seen Doctor Who since the guy with the afro and the long scarf. And I didn't really pay attention to the reboot or anything like that. Doctor Who's not really been on my radar. I'm aware of the Doctor, right? But it's not been my jam. Here I am watching this montage, and they cut this thing together so well, I was crying. I was like, what the fuck am I crying for?
Yeah.
Like, I have no emotional attachment to this IP. Why the fuck am I crying? These guys are amazing.
Yeah.
So hopefully we will be in San Diego again to, maybe there'll be another reveal of the Doctor there, and we'll get to see the reaction of that. And I think that potentially could be really cool. Either way, I think I'm into a character that but is destined to change every few years.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Look, I just want the screwdriver, and I'll be good. Because he'll have a new one. With change, there's controversy, but mostly because. And really, the controversy is weird, only because he's only ever done one show. So this guy is brand new to the whole deal. He did a show called Sex Education on Netflix.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's the thing that I've been seeing most on online is people saying it's gonna be so hard to not see him as the kid from Sex Education.
Yeah, but I mean that's what's good is that I'm glad they picked someone who's fairly unknown, who doesn't have all this baggage, right? Because then you're not going to see him as all these other actors. But again, unfortunately, I feel like just like the last time, Doctor Who's kind of getting less and less popular, getting it's getting less and less viewership. And fewer people are talking about it or even caring. So I hope it's not too late and that they're able to continue on with this new guy and keep the show going. But if not, then he's you know he's yeah. I mean, I just hope he can handle it, and he can carry the show for at least a few more years and revitalize the the fans. But I have a feeling it's just like with any long running show, there's fatigue, and it's just like, yeah, we kind of seen it all already. You kind of used up all your best material already, and
Right.
it's like, I don't know if we need to see anymore. But crossing my fingers, that's not the case.
For sure, for sure. A couple questions came in. So from Gingers, they already announced he's African British or African English. Actually, he's
just African.
He's Rwanda born and Scottish. I'm guessing Scottish raised.
Yeah. So
because he's listed as Rwanda born Scottish actor.
Rwanda's in Africa, isn't it?
It's down in that region.
It has to be.
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah, it is in Africa. Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Lister mate said never heard of the guy, so I had to look him up. Yeah, I think for the most part, if you're, I mean, it was the sex education show, was that Netflix global or was that Netflix England or British?
Yeah, I think it was Netflix global. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean,
it was yeah.
So I mean, at least there was a chance for people to run into the guy, if depending on how much Netflixing people do these days.
I don't know. Oh, Netflix has lost a lot of users.
That's why I say that. That's why I say that. I'm pretty sure I still have mine, but I'm trying to finish up a documentary, and as soon as the documentary's done, I'm canceling it.
You're going to be one of the 2 million that are going to go away.
Yeah, I'll probably go back to it eventually, but for right now, it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think that's what Netflix does. Well, I think Netflix doesn't realize that people cancel and renew over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're just canceling because there's nothing new. Like, there's nothing big coming in the horizon. So they're just like, see ya.
Yeah, when companies, like Stars and everything else are saying, hey, the movies are coming straight to us, or HBO Max, and Netflix will get it at some point. At that point,
yeah,
so people are going to go to wherever the content that they want to see is at.
Yeah.
Now that we're spoiled for choice, Yeah,
that's true.
Not that we weren't before, but I'm just saying, like, everybody is more picky and choosy as to what they subscribe to.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I don't watch a lot of TV. I mean, I'd like to watch Doctor Who. It's just hard because I'd have to Jimmy rig it. I don't want to see it through BBC America because BBC America adds commercials and therefore they edit the show to fit into a time slot. While if I just was able to watch it through the BBC, I would see everything because they don't do commercials and it would be uncut and unedited. So, and that's the way I prefer to watch it. But they don't make that easy because you have to be in UK to watch it properly.
Right.
And I'm like, or get a VPN or something to watch it, and I don't want to pay money for VPN just to watch.
But if a VPN wants to sponsor us, we'll gladly talk about your shit. And NordVPN, yes, or any of the other ones that are out there. Listeners mate came in with a comment. I don't have Netflix. Don't really want it. The only show I watched and would want to continue watching on it is Stranger Things.
Yeah. I haven't watched Stranger Things since season 1, so I'm glad it made it 4 seasons. But oh god, I haven't watched it past that first season.
I haven't even seen the first episode. Like the horror genre, the dark, spooky, that just doesn't do anything for me.
It's not really horror more than it's like, at least the first season was like all nostalgia. Even the parts where there was the monster, it's like, yeah, but the monster's not, it's not really scary, right? Like it's meant to be,
right?
But when you watch it, you're like, yeah, okay, like it's a monster. But it's mostly like, remember the 80s, remember D&D in the 80s, remember this music, remember all these old appliances or whatever.
Right.
Like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like, it's mostly just like like it's just kind of that's kind of what it was a little bit like. But
Just
overall,
riding a
yeah,
little nostalgia bubble.
yeah, it's kind of like a back to reminds you of Back to the Future a little bit.
Mm.
And they wear Ghostbusters costumes in the second season, and then they just like they do they sing the Neverending Story in the third season, right? Like it's all just like this weird kind of like nostalgia things. Like, all right, that's cool.
Listener mate says Stranger Things is more of a horror sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, I think the horror needs to be at the end. It's more sci-fi fantasy and then horror.
Gotcha.
Because it's just like kids with powers and like, experiments and what is this mystery? It's like, all right, okay. And then the monsters is very kind of in the background. You don't really think about the monster very much, especially in the first season. And then,
well, yeah, not when you're being bombarded with nostalgia.
Yeah, no, all of the seasons. Yeah, I can't wait for. Look, you talked about that '90s show last week. It's like, we're gonna be bombarded with nostalgia.
I mean, nostalgia.
We're gonna be
nostalgia is a powerful drug.
Yeah, people think it's ruining. You're ruining media because it's all nostalgia.
No, listeners mate says it's slightly religious as well.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They did, and that might have been after season 1 because season 1 not much of that, but yeah, or at least I don't remember.
Yeah, I've like never even seen it. I see them, the characters a lot at different shows. Well, starting to see them at shows again, I should say. A show that I probably won't be seeing too much of Stranger Things in the future at. It's going to be a show that is coming up this weekend, Francis, here in the local Denver area, that is going on its final voyage. The StarFest Denver, we've talked about it a few times here in the last couple of episodes. After a 45-year run, they have decided to change their trajectory around the sun from an orbit around Earth to somewhere out in space, I guess.
So wait, that makes it sound like they're moving more than they're just shutting down.
No, they're just shutting down. But I was trying to make it like they're changing. Instead of orbiting Earth, they're just gonna exit Earth's sphere of influence and just orbit the sun and float through space. That didn't. I guess that didn't work apparently. So,
all right. Well, look. Since it's the last time, share your memories of StarFest. When did you first go?
So this is the funny thing. I have friends that have been telling me that I went to StarFest going all the way back to 2007. I don't remember going to anything called StarFest or Star. They were two shows at one point, StarFest and StarCon. The show that everybody tells me that I went to was StarCon. And I'm like, I don't remember ever going to this. Like, what did you guys have me on? Because I don't remember going to this with you guys at all. But apparently the first time I went was in 2007.
Well, wait a minute. If you're like me, and I'm thinking you are, you keep all your badges.
I do.
Where are all your badges?
Well,
there should be a badge from.
So, as we're looking at things, see this line?
Yeah.
This dark line right here? Yeah. Those are all badges. But I don't have a StarCon StarFest badge from 2007. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, guys, I don't think I went. But apparently, all my friends tell me I went, so I'm just going to say 2007. I don't remember ever going until 2012, when the points of interest kind of took off, and I decided that, hey, we should, as a group of people, we should do press stuff, and why not? And what are they going to say to us? No. And I had gone to a couple shows prior to StarFest as press.
Yeah.
But StarFest was the first established medium-sized show that I'd ever been to. I think I am having a Mandela effect for sure.
Very specific, yeah. Yeah.
But the first like mid-sized show, legit established show that gave me an opportunity to do media press, and the memories I have from it are just being surrounded by people that I have kind of seen in the community, but didn't realize that they were geeks and nerds and freaks and cosplay people, and it was great being around all these people in a show that wasn't a Wizard World. It wasn't, Reed Pop. Yeah, it wasn't. And I think in 2012 those weren't as prevalent. They were coming up at that time.
Wizard World probably was.
But it was just cool because it was a local show, and their big thing was that they were the first convention or one of the first places out here in Denver that played Star Wars unofficially.
Oh.
Like they had in 1977, they showed the film at the convention.
So when was the first StarFest?
45 years ago. So 76, 77.
Okay. Because I'm like, I thought it beat San Diego Comic-Con. But
No.
San Diego Comic-Con is set in 1970, so never mind.
Yeah, and they already did their 50th anniversary the last year that we were there.
Oh, that's right. No, that's right.
But StarFest was just cool because Friday and Saturday, it was just nothing but a party atmosphere the entire day. And at 7 o'clock, when the show floor officially shut down for the night, literally, there was a bar. It was in a hotel / convention area. And there was a bar, and they would just open up this whole area for people to just hobnob. And there'd be hobnobbing that would take place. Friday and Saturday nights, they did a big dance, what do they call it? The Federation Ball, I think is what they called it.
Oh, that's cool.
It is it's a very Star Trek heavy convention.
I like it.
But they've gone on to, include all fandoms.
Yeah. As it does, right? As it does.
Right, you kind of have to, right? For people that have been keeping score for the whole time we've been doing this podcasting thing, StarFest is where I met Pikachu. Francis remembers Pikachu.
Well, yeah. Because I was going to ask what celebrities you met there, but Pikachu's a celebrity.
Right. She was definitely a celebrity in my mind at the time, for sure.
I was going to say, in her own right, she was a celebrity.
Yes. I conducted my very first interviews at StarFest.
Is that where you got the drops for like Phil Lamar and?
No, I got that at Denver Comic-Con, but the first two interviews that I ever did in a semi-professional level or whatever the hell podcasting is, was to one of the stars of Sleepaway Camp. The old 70s horror, 80s horror flick, 80s horror flick. And what was funny is at the end of the interview, the actor let me know how bad I was at interviewing him. And that he was very upfront, but it was in a constructive manner. He was sharp with his words, but at the same time, it was he also encouraged me. Next time I see you, you better be better at this.
Oh, wow.
And then I got to also interview the writer of Final Destination.
I remember that.
Jeffrey Reddick. It's important Jeffrey Reddick is his name because when I was so nervous and started talking to him, I called this man Jeremy Roenick 3 or 4 times before he stopped me, and he goes, "That's great introduction. Wasn't my name." Shit.
Well, look, it was your first time, right? It
Yeah.
was your first time doing that stuff. I mean, it's it's a it's a stumbling, it's kind of a stumbling block, really. It's,
Mhm.
you have to kind of roll into it. So I get it. It happens.
Oh, and it was great.
Uh,
It was a great time. One of the outlets that I had befriended prior to the show knew that I was super nervous about talking to these two guys, and one of them already had a pretty good rapport with Jeffrey Reddick, and ran up to him and said, "Hey, look, there's this guy that's going to approach you. His name's Josh. Points of interest. He's never interviewed people before. Break his balls."
oh wow.
And Jeffrey played along. I handed him my card. I said, "I'd love to have an interview with you." And he looked at it and he goes, "Josh Hawks, huh? I'm supposed to be an asshole to you." And I'm like, "Why?" And I can hear everybody behind me just laughing, having a great time. Like, you jerks.
I mean, why not?
At least
Have
I
fun.
didn't. At least I didn't call him Jeffrey Bezos. Yes, that is good. That is definitely good. But no, Starfest was just always a great time, just as a hangout. Because it was always at the beginning of the year, or towards the beginning of the year. It was a great warm up show to test out or Jeffrey Dahmer. Great place if you're a cosplay person to go test out your cosplay that you constructed over the winter before you took it to a big show. Easier access to celebrities, though I never really flexed that muscle very much. Again, heavier on the Star Trek, line of things. You were with me, Francis. We were in Philadelphia when I got to interview the guy that played Tron, and I'm spacing on his name right now, but I physically ran into him at Starfest in the dealer room. It's very crowded, and Tron was
Bruce Boxleiter.
Bruce Boxleiter was walking in the opposite direction that I was traveling. I was talking to my buddy. He was talking to his handler or somebody, and we physically ran into each other. "Oh shit! Sorry. Everything okay? Great. See you later." And I walked. We're walking away from each other, and I looked at my friend and I went, "Wasn't that Tron?" So you were with me. You were with me when I got to interview Tron and tell him that story. And, it was, luckily he didn't be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." Like, no, don't do that.
Did you ever post it, by the way? I know we recorded it. I don't know did it ever get posted?
I don't remember. Maybe I need to go through my archives.
By the way.
Yeah, go through my archives and figure out if I did that or not.
There's a lot of audio from shows we've done that I don't think ever has gotten posted, ever.
There's content and audio that I had great ideas for, and then when I sat down and tried to put it together, I'm like, this isn't a good idea at all.
Well, I feel like a lot of the stuff that we did for Philly were not put up, weren't posted.
I think there was at least the final year that we were there. Even though everybody was contracted to talk to us, I think there was an issue with Goku, American Goku, and one of our outlets at the time. So I think everybody got really scared and nobody posted anything.
Oh, that's right.
Nobody posted anything that year because we were all so scared of that fucking actor who's an agent as well.
Yeah, I know.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Because that was a big story amongst all of us because we were. It caused a lot of headaches and arguments, and it kind of it alienated some people as a result. So I remember it being very, very big, to the point where, there was just a lot of like, well, then what's the point, and like, why am I doing this? It's like a lot of just a lot of just kind of like there was a little bit of betrayal there too, so it was very dramatic.
Yeah, it was drama filled. And I think for almost all of us, I don't think any of us. I think there was some content that went out that year, but I think everybody got scared and was just like, nope.
Well, the content that never gets posted every year we went to Philly was the video stuff, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
It's funny enough. My interview with Deep Roy is out there, but whoever put it out there was a real dick and edited me out of all of it.
Well, I mean, I hate to tell you, you weren't the important one in the grand scheme of
I don't
the
care.
interview
I was
when
there.
it comes to this.
He couldn't answer those questions unless I was there to direct the whole thing.
I hope the person who put the video up put like a black screen before he answers with the question written out, so
Right.
just to completely avoid you. It's just like, oh, this was the question that was asked by some rando guy. We don't care about him,
Right.
And then Roy has the answer. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No, well, I'll have to go back and see. But I remember when we were doing the panel, there was somebody in the front row with a video camera. And the whole time I was thinking, oh, cool, I'm going to be on YouTube. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. Nope, not from that one.
People are strange. That was a very weird experience altogether.
People, Francis, are very fucking strange. I'm glad that you threw that one out there, because I fear, Francis, that the slappening from a month or so ago.
Is that what we're calling it now? The slappening?
That's what I just called it right now.
Okay.
I proposed a question when it happened. Is this going to open the door to other people thinking that it's okay to fucking rush stages?
Mm-hmm.
Man, here we are about a month later, and just this past weekend at the Hollywood Bowl, Dave Chappelle was performing on stage when some guy tried to run up and spear him as a wrestling move. It was a waist tackle, if you will. He tried anyway. And Dave Chappelle's security team took him behind the curtain and kicked the shit out of this guy. And the funniest part is that they start kicking the shit out of him on stage, and then they slowly get him behind the curtain. And then Dave goes, hang on a second, I want to watch this, and runs behind the curtain to watch the guy get the shit kicked out of him. All I could think about during the whole thing was, you know how many times I've seen this, but it's at a wrestling event where a fan will jump the...
It reminds me of...
Go ahead.
It reminds me of... did you hear about the Mike Tyson incident in the airplane?
I did. I not only heard about it, I saw it. I wasn't there.
You were there?
I wasn't. No. Fuck.
Oh.
If I was... Francis, if I was there, those were first class seats, my friend. If I was there, we wouldn't be having these conversations before we hit record of if we're going to go anywhere. If I could afford to be on a fucking first class flight with Mike Tyson, there's going to be no question as to if we're going any place, because we're fucking going.
Yeah, the Mike Tyson one was funny, but
look, here's the thing:
in the sense of that nothing happened to him. Like, oh, okay, yeah.
Give Mike credit. He was being cool. The guy was cool at first. He just want an autograph, and then he just wouldn't shut his fucking pie hole. And good for fucking Mike for just running over there and just kick. I mean, think about it. He had a whole seat in his way, preventing him from extending full force punches. And the look,
Mike has reach.
He's got reach, and he's got power behind that reach. Right? Yeah. The look on the guy's face after he took his beating, I about pissed myself laughing. Because the guy basically, how do you feel? He just looks over and he looks like he's about to cry. It's like, you fucking deserve it, you stupid ass.
And
I don't know if anybody deserves to
charged.
get punched in the face, but I'm just saying, you egg somebody, you egg the world heavyweight champion on that much, he's gonna punch you in the face at least once.
Oh, this also, oh wow. Oh, well, here's the connection. So here's the connection. Same district attorney that is not charging felony charges on the dude that tackled Dave Chappelle is the same district attorney who's not going to charge Mike Tyson for assault. So there's the connection. So it's not like I mentioned it randomly. There's the connection.
Yeah. Swiss and Bullets says everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. That is a old-timey sound advice. Old-timey sound advice, because there was one time I was trying to stop a person that was stealing from the place I worked at. And I said, I'm going to run in there and I'm just going to tackle him and put handcuffs on him and, walk him through the store so everybody could publicly shame him. And I got there and he cocked his fist back and I went, oh shit. So I didn't get punched in the face.
Goodness.
But the plan was the plan was foiled as soon as I got there.
Well, so they showed the video. Apparently, I saw that. I can't believe there's actual video though of this whole incident.
The video is actually the most surprising part, because a lot of those shows require you to put your phone in a secure bag.
I mean, no, for the Mike Tyson thing.
Oh,
because first off, the guy's hair. If anything, he's getting punched for the hair. That dude's hair, man. Ugh. Anyway, as for the, you're right. That's why there's only one video for the Chappelle thing, is because all their phones were put away, except for one person who was like, "I'm going to take my phone out because this is amazing."
Well, I mean, that's the thing though. The video that I saw, anyway, I don't know if there's multiple angles of it or it's just one, but
one.
He wasn't saying anything that was going to rile up the crowd. It wasn't like in wrestling where, especially old territory wrestling, where the heel is out there talking about how he's going to murder a baby face or something, and you got people trying to jump the rails. No, he's just doing his bit, and this guy just decides, I'm going to tackle the guy. And before we hit record, I didn't know this. Francis informs me that the guy had a weapon on him that looked like a gun, but was a knife. So I go back to the thing that I posed before. What the fuck? Did Will Smith open the door to fucking yahoos and wackos that just approach people on stage?
Well, the thing is, this was also after. My understanding is this was after the show was over, and it was him bringing back all of the comedians that were there with him at the time.
Okay.
To kind of have like a little Q&A at the end, I guess, or just have like a little powwow just to say thank you and whatever. But the whole show itself was over by then, which is interesting that this person decided to attack then.
Well, what was funny was Chris Rock was there and jumped on the mic and said, "Was that Will Smith?"
Will Smith, yeah. Yeah. That's an interesting take, Swiss, that the attack was because of cabin fever due to COVID restriction. Possibly. I mean, I don't know about that.
I think it's deranged fans. It's not people that have, like I said, it's not like they have heat with anybody. It's just deranged fans.
Yeah, I suppose, and there isn't like a pit, as far as I understand it, then there isn't a pit between yourself and the stage then. So it looks like they just wanted to, attack. Not necessarily the way listeners made it saying it, but which would have been a better attack, I think, if it was with a cream pie to the face. But
that happened to Jeremy Clarkson, the old former host of Top Gear. Yeah, he was.
Oh yeah,
he was at some college doing a speech of some kind, and an environmentalist group of Britain fame or something, ran up and threw a cream pie in his face.
Oh wow, yeah. Looking back, why did Jeremy Clarkson get a custard pie in the face from 2020? Oh, so it was a couple years ago.
And it took he took it in the face too.
Well, Jeremy Clarkson is a pretty divisive person in the UK, so I'm not too surprised that he got, But yeah, public behavior, I don't know. I think we'd be more polite afterwards. But you're right. Maybe having been stuck indoors for so long and we're finally out in public, it's just like, I have so much aggression and energy. I got to put it out somewhere. And I guess it's towards tackling Dave Chappelle.
All I can think about, I mean, think about being at a convention and there's some voice actor up there or fucking there's Jeff up there doing doing SGU, and some person in the crowd just runs up and wants to tackle Jeff. Like, what the like? I don't understand the whole thing. Okay, with that situation, no, this does apply in all of these situations, except for Will Smith. They all paid. All these people pay to get into these situations. They pay good, hard-earned money. There was a guy a few years ago that tackled a wrestler during a Hall of Fame induction. That was a pricey ticket to get. Dave Chappelle, I'm sure, is not a cheap ticket to get.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming,
especially front
that
row,
because it's front row.
Yeah,
that's easily $300 to $400 probably to a front row ticket.
And it's just like
Dave Chappelle and Friends show. Yeah,
how, I don't know. Is it people, like I said, are they deranged fans, or is it people trying to get their 15 minutes of fame?
I don't know. I mean, or it might not be a fan. It could be someone who was just biding their time. I mean, the guy had a weapon on him. I'm pretty sure the intent wasn't just to tackle him. I'm pretty sure the intent was to do worse.
Right.
Which is why I'm really surprised he's not getting charged with felony. But nobody likes our district attorney here in California. So what am I going to,
There's been a few comedians apparently that have come out and said that they're a little afraid to perform on stage. The only one that I'm can draw that line to was Howie Mandel. Who, I mean, Howie Mandel's afraid to touch his own hair. So, take his statement for what it's worth, I guess. But, I don't know, man. I think we're gonna probably see heightened security at a lot of live events in the next few months. I'm
pretty sure. Yeah.
You're pretty sure?
I was saying I'm pretty sure that front rows are probably not going to be a thing much anymore. It's going to be reserved for that security because people see this and will want a copycat. So
all the guys that do bear cage security have, over the last month or so, are just like, hey, we could be fucking relevant again.
Well, it's time. We're getting back to doing stuff like this again. Why not?
Right. Like, what? I don't have to just be a summer bear cage security guy. I could be year-round bear cage.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
But it's pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, it is. It is. And, I hope, and I don't hope that one day when we're on stage, Francis, at some panel that we're conducting and somebody rushes the stage, to tackle you because you are the most popular podcast host that I know right now, and an author. And we got something coming in here from listeners, man. A few months ago, a random guy in my neighborhood randomly attacked my brother for no apparent reason while he was getting into his car. He did it because he'd rather have a few months in jail.
Because they get a free meal. They probably get a free roof over their head.
Yeah, you get 3 squares every day.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of scary that's that, because this is not the first time I've heard that, though, listeners, man. I've heard that before, that people some people are in such dire straits. They're like, just arrest me so I can have a meal,
Mm-hmm.
just because I'm hungry, or I don't have a place to sleep. So just arrest me so I can have a place to sleep for a few days. Like, I don't care. And it's pretty scary. Like, there's a lot of chaos out there, so be careful out there, guys.
Yeah,
Please.
definitely. The days of flipping off the guy that cut you off, unfortunately now it's like, just let him cut you off and let him go.
Yeah, don't
Because
throw
if you say
water
anything,
bottles at cars. Don't go.
they throw Red Bulls at you, like happened to me last summer, last summer. And I'm mad that Red Bull never fucking sent me any of their gear. I reached out to them. Right? I was like, Red Bull, they fucking threw a Red Bull at me, Red Bull. And Red Bull sent me a DM. They're like, what's your address? We'll send you some shit.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
And they never sent it to you?
They never sent me anything. I think what they did was just sell my information.
Oh, maybe.
Because I never got no Red Bull. No Red Bull swag for being attacked by a guy throwing a Red Bull at me.
That's funny.
I mean,
I haven't pulled off the customer service via Twitter thing yet. One of these days, I think I will. I'll have to.
Twitter give you a direct connection to a lot of things. A lot of things, a lot of people. So why not?
Yeah, there's access, all right.
And I think because it's on a global platform like that, especially when you tag motherfuckers.
That's my point.
They're quick to act when you bring something up.
Oh yeah. If you have the right number of followers, oh my goodness, you're going to get the royal treatment.
Mm-hmm. I wish we got the royal treatment, Francis, from well, I mean, we do from, time to time, but on a more consistent basis, here on the show. Where people, gave us products to review or gave us, money to talk about their fake pussy or something. Like, I'm just saying, like, there's sponsorships out there that we could work with, but the problem is they all suck, Francis.
I just love that there was a Twitch person I saw the other day, a woman who had a Manscaped sweater on, and I'm like, is that your sponsor? You lady, you woman have Manscaped as a sponsor? That's crazy.
Well, I mean, it's the company's Manscaped, but everybody has pubic hair.
No, all right. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
And
we could be talking about that right now, but no, we don't have enough. We don't have enough, people. Apparently,
Road to 2000.
Road to 2000. Hey, I can hit that button. Road to 2000, folks. We are on that road. So join. Tell your friends. No, there's nothing to watch on Tuesday nights. Come watch us for an hour. I guess. Francis.
Why not?
You, as I just hinted earlier, are now the new host of a new relationship podcast. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's nice. People have been. We had a nice early bump of listeners. So thank you everyone who's taking a listen. If you haven't already, go check it out at Is This? I always want to say Is This love.podbean.com. It'll give you all the links to all the different ways you can listen. But yeah, listen, review, let us know what you think. Listeners rate, send in a question. So in a couple episodes, because we're always 2 episodes ahead. We record 2 episodes ahead of time. So there's where we have this buffer. But we'll do questions in a couple of weeks. For those who sent it in, it's really cool that we got some questions already, and it's very much listener run. They are the guys. The people who listen are going to be the ones who give us the content, and we go from there. So
we would like
this love.podbean.com.
We want that to be the same thing here, my friends that are watching and listening to this. Come hang out with us when we're live. If not,
they're here.
Leave a comment on the YouTube. Leave a comment on the wherever you get your podcast from. we will see this. You can text, you can call, you can voicemail. I will play it. If you don't want to play it on the thing, say it. I will play it privately, and I will dissect it, and we will pose whatever questions you ask or critique us or what have you. All of that is available to you. So we encourage you. We want you to do that. Again, if you're in post, we want you to do it as well. We don't exclude anybody. We want everybody to come and hang out with us. So with all of that being said, Francis, where can people find you on the internets? Hello, everybody. Whoa, wrong button. Where can people find you if they want to see you or listen to you on the internets?
Well, everybody, you can find me at sinceresarcasm.net. The reason why I want people to go there is because I want to make sure the website works. So go check that out and let me know if the website works. Because if the website works, yay. If it doesn't work, sad. So please take a look at that, and you can find all my stuff there. If
it doesn't work, you can get on the Twitters at AKA the other guy and let him know. You can even let me know on the Twitters at 303_ninja or on the Instagram 303ninja. You can find everything we do wherever you find your podcasts. YouTube, look up POI Podcast. All of these Twitch recordings are on there in a lovely playlist for you to check out. Twitter, YouTube, I said all of that. That's all POI Podcast, Synergy. Call, voicemail, text 314-764-7631. It actually spells out POI Pod 1 because there was synergy at one point we were trying to do. The email, the POI Podcast at gmail.com. What am I missing? On the screen, there is a link to subscribe to our channel, and there's something else that YouTube is throwing out at you because they think YouTube thinks that you should watch that video. So you could click that, or you could click the one over on the other side. I don't know what side it's going to be on, but the one that says that has our logo, click on that, subscribe, and we'll have more stuff. I have nothing else to say. I'm just rambling, Francis.
I don't know why, because we could wrap up.
I am. I'm trying to. That's it for everybody. Join us next week, same time for the live stuff, 7:30ish on a Tuesday. Otherwise, whenever you listen to this is when you'll listen to this. And we're done, so we're gonna go. And Francis is hitting his microphone, so we're leaving now. Goodbye.